Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to make a spiced orange and lime cordial. We have 250 grams of sugar, 8 ounces of water. We have our juice mix, which is ½ ounce of lime juice, 1½ ounces of fresh orange juice, 3 grams of lime zest, about 9 grams of orange zest, 25 grams of citric acid, and we have our spice blend. So this is about a 1/4 teaspoon of allspice berries, 1/4 teaspoon of clove, and about 1 gram of a cinnamon stick, just a piece. All right, guys, to make this orange and lime spiced cordial, we're gonna just basically combine all these ingredients together, blend them up, and the heat from the water is what's gonna kind of unlock all the oils and all the flavors of the different ingredients and bring them all together. So let's take a look, let's do it. So I'm gonna kind of just start by throwing all my ingredients into the blender. Yeah, let's begin. So this is gonna be that citric acid. It's gonna get that acid bright pop. It's gonna kind of raise those flavors up. 25 grams of citric acid in the blender. Let's throw our zest in. So we got our lime zest. Bam. Make sure we get all that in there. We get the orange zest. Ooh, bam. That's going in there. And I'm going to rinse that out just to get all those oils, all the oils that came out in there. You definitely want all that. Let's throw in our spices. So that's allspice, clove, and cinnamon. All those wonderful warm baking spices. This is 250 grams of sugar. That's very important. It's going to bring all that together. And this is our juice blend. So again, it's about, was it like 9 ounces orange juice, 1½ ounces orange juice and ½ ounce of lime juice. It's going to be the nice essence in there. So before I heat that water up, kind of note about zesting if you've never done it before. So basically, you're just taking the skin off of the citrus fruit. That's where all the oils, all the flavors are. And I used a microplane. So this is called a microplane. It does that very, very well. It's just kind of a rounded edge thing that is a very shallow cut. But you're just going to drag it across the citrus, and it's going to pull off all the flavors, all the oils, kind of where that is. And this is what the fruit is going to look like. I took half the fruit for the juice, but this is kind of what it'll look like. You see how it's all kind of shaved up? So we're getting the oils of the skin, but we're not getting the pith, all the white stuff. That's where the bitterness is. It's not a lot of flavor there, but this is what your citrus will look like after you're done. And of course, use it for the fresh juice. Love that. So I have my 8 ounces of hot water, and I'm going to heat this up. Just going to pop it in the microwave, make sure it's heated up. Not boiling. It's not great to blend something when it's boiling, but I'm going to heat it up enough where the heat is going to kind of unlock the flavors of this. So I'm going to go heat it up. Well, honestly, it's been about a minute and a half, and it's pretty warm. It's nice and hot. So I'm going to dump it in there. And we're just going to kind of blend this up a little bit. Here we go. So I've got a little hole in the blender top just to kind of let heat and pressure escape. Okay, let's do it. And bam. Let's blend. Blend it about 30 seconds. Not too crazy, but it doesn't need too much. So now we're just going to take a fine mesh strainer and kind of strain any of those solids that are left over out of there. And we should have a orange lime cordial with some baking spices to it. It's very exciting. I heartily look forward to this. Now I could also just let this sit for days, absorb some of those oils, but this is kind of the quick method because who wants to wait that long? All right, so let's do it. Oh, it smells very good. side. All right, let's bottle this son up. Look at that. Look at that thing. Let's bottle it up. What do you say? Of course, you could use a funnel, but hey, I don't have time for that. All right. Well, folks, there we have it. We have our orange lime spiced cordial. It's very exciting. Here it is. Enjoy.